Hi guys. I had a vision about all you guys this morning. I woke up earlier. I think I got up around, well, it was at the clock. It was, I think, going on 6 in the morning. And I was just helping mom and just spending time with her, so I didn't get a chance to record yet. And now that I'm down here taking care of the furry babies, so I'm going to go straight into it. I'm sitting down, and then it starts off with me being in my old Caesar Rodney school, and I'm the age I am now. And first, it was I was walking in the school with Jessica and Miriam, and we were trying to find our way out. The doors were locked, a whole lot of them were, and there was people still in the building, a whole lot of us. I knew that people who were allowed to go were able to get the door open and leave. And there were doors that were locked, though, that they didn't want us to open. We had to go through the main entrance. So we weren't near the main entrance yet. So we were trying to make our way around these long wings. And in between us walking, I had to help Miriam. She was very, very weak. And there's some points where Jessica had to sit with her. We had to place her down to sit down. While I went to the door to check it, it was locked. You hear a lot of noise. Those are my dogs. And we were panicked, but not really. Like, we knew that we were going to get out. What was panicking was that Miriam seemed like she was trying to pass away while we were trying to do this. And I walked over to Miriam, put my hands on her shoulders, and I was like, "Miriam, hold on." I said, "We're almost there. We're on our way out." And she would smile, but she looked so weak, it made me very, very worried. And she had a beautiful dress on. I think it was like a pale blue dress. And Jessica, she had her like if she was going to the mall, like those type of clothing on, like a nice jean jacket, something like that. It looked very nice on her, and a nice shirt and pants. And so did I. I had my backpack on, and I knew that Jessica's bags were near the main, where all these chairs were, where people were all waiting. And Miriam, she didn't have anything. She didn't need any luggage at all. She didn't want any. There's just that was her decision to leave her luggage behind. And the rest of my luggage was at my house. I knew that. And we were trying to find the main, and we knew that our other sisters in Christ, I remember knowing that April, Erica, both Kims and Kimberly and Josie and Jennifer, I remember feeling their spirit and knowing, and there was other girls too that didn't exactly have the names, because we all talked together. I remember Mary as well, and Marielle, just all of how we all in our little group. You guys are already at the waiting place. Some of you came first, April, and then were already there. April, Erica, the Kims, and then the rest of them were gathering, and you guys were waiting for us. And it seemed like all of these other groupings of people that were together, I guess, who connected together here on Earth, were being gathered at this certain area, like a waiting place, like in between heaven and earth, before we all go up. I guess that's what it seemed like, but like it was like on the earth, like a symbolism of us on our way home, but just being gathered. So we finally reached the main area, and there's an area where there's a whole lot of. We found a wheelchair for Miriam, And Jessica helped her get into the chair, and Miriam held my hand, and she was smiling at me. And Jessica had her hands on her shoulders, getting ready to move her. And Jessica's car, her mom was waiting for her in the car, was right outside the door. And there were people all in that area where the chairs were. Some of them were sitting, barely any of them. Most of them were standing, and they were using their phones, and they were trying to call out to all their loved ones. Something was happening. There was 2 carts of water in between the walkway of going out to the building. And Jessica, she said, I said, Jessica, do you want to take this one? And she said, yeah, I'll take it. It's free. And I was like, okay, I was thinking I'll take just a few. Like, I knew I had more water at home. And I did to leave the right cart of water for someone else that would find it, that was meant to have it. And Jessica, she wheeled her to the car. I walked out with them. I helped her get in with Jessica. Jessica was sitting there, and she told me, oh, I forgot my bags near the chair. And I said, I know what your bags are, so I'm going to go grab them for you. And I knew that I wasn't going to get in the car. I had to get in my own car, that someone else was picking me up. So I went back in, and I grabbed Jessica's bag. It was a blue book bag, like a dark blue. And there was another bag, a little smaller one, like a pouch bag or something next to it. And then there was another bag right next to it, and some of the clothing fell out. And I was wondering, I was like, I'm not sure if this is Jessica's, but I'll carry it. So I walked out there, handed the bags to Jessica, and Miriam was in the back. Her mom was in the front. Jessica's mom was in the front, and Jessica smiled at me and was like, thank you, and I'll see you soon. You know, she kind of looked like, okay, now we get ready to part. And Miriam looked the same way, and they were all smiling. I get in the bags, and Jessica said, this one isn't mine. So I was like, yeah, I had a feeling, just making sure. So I walked back in, and there was this lady standing there, and she had like a glow to her that I noticed, because everyone else, they weren't really standing out. And I walked over to her, and she said, this is my friend's bag. And she said, I'm going to call her over, and she knew that she was meant to stay. That's what I got from her. A friend came over, and she said, yeah, these are my things. And she looked at me like, where are you going? And she seemed very upset that I was leaving, and that these people, some of the people didn't even know they could leave. And I think that just stands for the world not knowing that the rapture is happening. They were all standing there confused and on the phone, and they were upset. A lot of them were sad, and they were just they seemed very, very grieved. But the lady who was nice to me and said this was her friend's bag, she was just calm and at peace. And she seemed, when I woke up thinking about it, I really feel like she's a tribulation saint or an angel. I don't know which one. But she knew that I could leave, and she seemed calm with me leaving. But the one next to her, she was just frantic and sweating and crying. And she was like holding her bag and watching me leave. And I stood there at the main door and looked at her. And she was just like, why are you able to leave? Why can't I leave? You know, that I could hear her doing that, like in her spirit. And she had her mouth open. And this is very sad. It made me sad seeing her do that. And then it just switched to me at home, and I saw our suitcase on the bed open and all of our things in it. Mom was just got done getting ready, and we were leaving, and I was talking to her about this, and we were still happy. But and then I woke up, and I shockingly woke up. I felt disoriented when I woke up, and I was confused. And then I told Mom about it because she was awake. So I'm getting ready to send this to you girls, and I just wanted to get this to you.
Okay, so when my husband and I first met, I don't even remember it because he grew up being best friends with my cousin, and he was playing at my cousin's house a lot. And Steve is a couple years older than I am. And I was playing at my cousin's house or something. I don't know. Maybe we were at a church function or something. And he said he remembers when I was little, he remembers seeing me about 10 years old or something at some kind of a function or something where, because we lived close to my cousins and we happened to be at a similar function, maybe church or a house. And he saw me and I was in a blue dress. And that's what he remembers. He remembers seeing me and I was in a blue dress. I noticed everything as a kid. I have like almost photographic memory, but I didn't remember him. And I knew right away the reason why. I knew it was because I did not care about boys ever. It took me a really, really long time to be interested in boys. And I wasn't even ever super interested in even like sexuality. Even as I got older, I just was very, very childlike always. Even as a teenager, I still maintained a lot of just the very innocent child part of me. And I didn't connect strongly with like, where are the guys, looking for guys and even as, when a little kid, I just did not care to look at the guys. So I never remembered that, but he did. So that was his first memory of me, was being in a blue dress. But not only that, recently I kept having this feeling like, and it's no big deal. It's just something that I felt. I was like, I wish, and I've been saying this to people, I wish I didn't have to wear my clothes even, because I'm getting to the point where I want so little. I said to my daughter, I wish if I had my way and I didn't, have to worry about money or anything like that, I would just go get like 5 dresses and I would only wear dresses. And my color that has been like with me my whole life since I was little, where it's around me. I've always sensed in spirit that I have a connection to this color. I always liked the color, is blue. And then obviously lately I like the light blue instead of it was more like a dark blue or an electric blue or, sapphire blue growing up. And now it's becoming like a lighter blue because I just think about heaven. And so it's like, I only want to wear dresses, and I know I would wear light blue because blue is my color. And so I know that Holy Spirit was giving you that wonderful vision because, well, there's so many reasons. It's encouraging for everyone, first of all, for anyone to get a vision from the Lord. But that was very personal, that would come up in your vision where you were shown that I don't want anything. And my kids know this about me now, that I don't even want something that can be found of me. If I pass away, or I'm planning on going in the rapture, but when I go, I don't want even a picture of me. I don't want anything. And I understand there will be pictures of me, but I've felt so much that anything that's of me, I just want it to be me that goes. And people have said things like, oh, if you pass away, do you want us to do like, a stone with your name? Or do you want us to do, like this thing or that thing, a bench, or, all these things. And I'm like, please do not leave anything. I don't want a stone. I don't want you to leave my name somewhere. Don't do a thing that is about me that's here on earth, because I just want everything to be there. So even the luggage thing where you were saying that was my choice, that I didn't want luggage. Oh, Mina, Mina Marie. Yeah, and things have been hard, but I also am being really calm right now. I'm staying really calm, and I know I need to stay calm and conserve energy and trust, because we know God is real. We know Jesus is the truth, and we've had these visions of rapture, and we can trust and we can keep our hope no matter what. And that was such a wonderful gift to get up to today, and to hear from you, and to see that very personal note that that I don't think you would know on your own coming through. And then I'm going to share something with you, because I have been seeing 14 over and over, as I've said, so I know, sorry. So I know that we have another shift, because, 14 doesn't necessarily mean a shift in May, but I have personally felt that, I've had some things where I know at the very least we have a shift in May, and I would love for it to be rapture. But I do know I look forward to shifts too, because even those time markers where it means things are amping up, changing gear, for another level or degree of where we're going. So I love you, honey. I'm gonna send a couple pictures so you can see what happened recently. This was yesterday. My husband had to go pick up a car from Toyota, and he pulled in to our second car. He pulls into Toyota, and he just goes right into the very first spot that was open, and kind of runs inside. And after he goes inside, I felt this urge to step out of the car for no reason, and I just stepped out of the car and didn't know why I was doing it. So I kind of thought, well, maybe I'm supposed to go to him, and I start going toward him, and then I turn around and go back to the car, and I can see under the car. I'll have to show you what was behind the car and what was in front of the car. I love you, honey. Thank you so much. You are always welcome to share anything I say with you with others. I never am concerned about, nothing is a secret with me. So if you ever want to share anything that I say, you always can. You can do whatever you want, or you can keep things personal too. It's fine with me. Okay. I love you so much. That was a huge gift to me and an encouragement. Love you and Mama Rose. Maranatha.
Oh, Miriam. I was just getting ready to ask you if I could share your 8-minute one. And, and you were just telling me I could. That I could share whatever I thought. I definitely feel that it would be even encouraging to share your 8-minute recording. Everything you share is wonderful. I want to pinpoint that. Oh, wow. It's so amazing, everything you said. I'm really blown away. I'm just going to figure it out and make sure I'm not missing anything in your recording. I just want to point out that Jessica, she works at a place where she takes care of people, elderly people. And you're not elderly, but I mean, unwell, and, it makes sense that she was with me, and also pushing you in the wheelchair, and we were taking turns trying to make sure we got out of there, and you got in the car with her. I'm really blown away how God shares all this, and it's just so shocking. And I knew it was important to mention your pale blue dress, and how your husband remembered you when he first saw you in a blue dress, and how you're gradually, as you're in your walk with Jesus now, you're wanting a paler blue because it reminds you of heaven. It's just amazing. So I'm getting ready to send this to you, and I love you so very much. Thank you so much for sending it to me. I'm gonna screen record your recording as well, because I think it's important to get out there with the one I got to put out there of my vision, and it goes together. So I'm looking forward to this. I feel like we're on our way out. It could be May, maybe. Maybe a rapture. We'll know when we hear the trumpet sound. All right, bye for now.